Okay, so this is, yeah, it says Instagram user right now, but when I back out of this, you'll see it says Kate Ryan. Kate Ryan is an OnlyFans celebrity, maybe? OnlyFans girl from Australia. I only met her because someone tried to catfish me as her. So I don't know how long ago, months ago. And I brought it to her attention. So we became kind of friends. But today she had posted something about women's rights, and I had commented on it, and she agreed with me. She was like, I know, like, right, like, go away, blah, blah, blah. So, and this is how our conversation starts. Now, mind you, I have worked for the police department for 6 years. I have done trauma-related counseling for years after that. And that's what I do for a living. She is an OnlyFans girl who shows her body and does pornography for a living. So I'm not saying that either is better than the other in life. I'm just saying that one comes with certain knowledge standard. So now, here we'll go. I won't completely talk through the whole thing because you can just read your way through it. I'm gonna go a little fast here because you have the ability to pause it whenever you want to stop. But yeah, as you can see, she has some very strong ideals, and it's good for a woman to think so strongly of something, but it's so weird for a woman to go to bat for men so hard and to use Johnny Depp as their unit of measure. Like, what? I don't understand how she knows what the hell I do and has the audacity to argue with me about it. Now, I know that men are more victimized than what the numbers will show. This is one of the things that we talk about in workshops based on stuff like this. I am a man who was a victim, so I know what it is to not want to come forward or to come forward and be absolutely laughed at by the authorities, which is my last two experiences. In fact, the experience before those last two, the police ran in and they tried to tackle me because they thought that the girl called. And it was the one rookie cop in the back that told the rest of them, hey, he's the one that called. So I get it. But for this white, socially hot, like socially acceptable hot girl who makes her living literally showing her body and doing pornographic things, to believe that she has more insight into a man's life and I don't know if that was her intention. I hope that wasn't her intention, but by her saying that men have an equally rough experience in this world, and we ended up boiling it down to the usual arguments of like rights and assault, but we didn't even take it to work experience, or general social double standards. Like, men don't have it as hard as women in this world. But she was ready to die for her beliefs. Like if it were a war, she'd be on the front line. And then had the audacity to say, you need to get a better education if you think that way. Like, wait, what? Oh. Oh, we must be coming to the end because I just said it's. I have to keep the conversation. Yeah, because it's hilarious. Like, lady. But this is sadly one of the things that happens with a lot of white people. And I don't like to break things down by race where they're not due, but in this situation they're due. Because this is a white woman who believes that her life was absolutely harder than the next person's, or that she can say that a guy's life was as hard as a woman's life. But she, by her own admission in previous conversations, doesn't know as many people internationally as I know. And she obviously, by her admission of being an OnlyFans star, does not have the work experience that I have. Or the fact that she's a woman and I'm a man and she's trying to say men have it worse. Like, I've been through some really tragic things. And even I know that men do not have it worse than women. Like, out of friends and patients, I've heard stories that I couldn't even picture living through. So it was just so weird to have this white woman defending men. But you look at the state of American politics right now, and white women are defending men left and right. Men that are absolutely making choices for them as if they understand them. So I guess she's just typical. Oh, basic. Basic as hell, right? And she tried to tell me what a breach of patient confidentiality is. There is no breach. There's no way. There's physically no way possible for her to know who any of these stories that I might have been willing to share were. So there's no breach. That's the beauty of anonymity. In fact, I most likely wouldn't have used a patient. I would have used either one of my unofficial patients, because Lord, do I come across a lot of people that end up using my knowledge and skill set to work through their own problems. Or just a friend of mine that I know has no problem sharing. And then she's trying to teach me about triggers. Man, I want my next life to be a coddled, pampered white woman. Because, woof, do they bear fangs? Anyway, tell me what you think of this.